Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we're doing the 2023 top 10s as we are going to look at my number 3 cruiserweight in the world right now, the reigning WBO cruiserweight champion, Billiam-Smith of the United Kingdom. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So Billiam-Smith came out of nowhere. He wasn't even ranked coming into the year, you know, just he was just the guy that his name was banging around, you know, the cruiserweight division, but hadn't really done much yet. Had one loss on his resume, a close split decision to Richard Riakporhe, and hadn't really done much. But in May, he got a big opportunity to challenge for the WBO title against countryman Lawrence Okolie, who was undefeated and the reigning WBO champ. And in a surprising turn of events, he would knock Okolie down multiple times in a good close battle and would walk away with a majority decision as he would become the new WBO champion in a big upset. Excuse me. Now, Okolie had the opportunity to fight Billiam-Smith again in a rematch, an automatic rematch clause, and that was kind of banging around for a few months because Billiam-Smith originally wanted to return in October, but he couldn't return, you know, partially because of that, and then I think an injury took place as well. But Mateusz Masternak, the veteran, been around a long time, signed on the dotted line for a showdown with Billiam-Smith in December. And they would go at it, and surprisingly, Billiam-Smith was losing convincingly on the cards, on 2 of the 3 cards, before Masternak had to pull out with a rib injury in the 8th round. So, kind of a mixed bag year. He scored a big upset, did Billiam-Smith, over a highly regarded champion in Okolie. I mean, Okolie really was like a feared guy that nobody wanted to fight. So he scored a big upset over him, and that was impressive. But then he kind of followed it up with a mixed bag performance against Masternak. And, you know, but he got the victory. You know, I mean, injuries are going to happen. And, you know, yeah, you know, I mean, injuries are going to happen in the sport of boxing. That's just the name of the game. And if you can't finish 12 rounds, then, you know, I mean, that goes to the other guy for a victory because he injured you enough or you got injured fighting him. So that caused the, you know, the loss. So tough break, like I said, for Masternak. But Billiam-Smith is the man now, you know. He enters this year number 3 after not even being ranked. He's 33 years old, 19-1 with 13 knockouts. And now, since that was an optional defense against Masternak, and there hasn't been a mandatory title fight since Okolie fought David Light in March of 2023, I really think it's going to be a rematch between Billiam-Smith and Richard Riakporhe, the only guy he's lost to by a split decision a couple years ago. And I'm really intrigued to see that matchup between those two because I really think it's going to be a good one. If I had to pick, I'm picking Riakporhe, but because that fight was so close and now that Billiam-Smith is the champ and he will go into that title defense almost as if he were the challenger because that's the only guy to ever defeat him. I think it's going to be a very intriguing and very interesting matchup. But that fight isn't confirmed as of yet. I do believe it's going to be ordered by the WBO and they will get it on for the world title, but we'll see. So that's it. That's what I got. That's my, I do believe Billiam-Smith will finish in the top 10 no matter what. Top 5 is going to be depending on how he does against what's his name, Riakporhe when they fight and what he does the remainder of the year. You know, is he going to stay in the top 3? Again, that's up in the air. Does he have a shot at number 1? Potentially, maybe. You know, it just depends on how Opataya and Bradis goes and what happens with the rest of the division. I personally don't think he'll get to number 1, but like I said, he's got a serious chance. So we'll see what happens. But again, that's it. That's what I got. That's my 2023 top 10 on my number 3 cruiserweight in the world right now at 200 pounds, the reigning WBO champion, Billiam-Smith. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.